this is the dumbest prank ever, by the way. I cannot believe that you fell for this. He's like, I'm going to keep going. I'm like, no, please stop. Like, please stop.
Like, how are we going to break it to her? That's not a lucky day.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. I had 2 healing experiences that I wanted to go to when I came to Bali. My hairdresser told me about this one called Toe Kick, and it's like a tour person, and I spoke about it in my fertility update episode where I went and I had that water healing ceremony, and it was an amazing experience. Probably one of my favorite experiences that I've had in Bali so far. We got picked up and they took us. It was like a full day trip to Uluwatu. I need to find this. So Ellidy knew that we went and had this healing thing this day, and so I
was a good friend. I was like, how did it go? What did they say?
And so I don't know, I was talking to Paul about this before I spoke to Ellidy, and he's like, I wonder what Minnie's doing right now, or something about that. And he's like, find out where she is. Is she at home? Is she at the beach? And I was like, oh my God, I've got to go and find my friends. I'm going to see where she is.
She stalks me.
I don't stalk you. Anyway, so I said, oh my goodness, she's at Costa Taco. And I'm like, let's play a prank on her. And he's like, I said, we're going to send her a voice note and just say we saw the healer. And he said, like, this is the dumbest prank ever, by the way. I cannot believe that you fell for this. But anyway, it's the funniest thing ever. So I said, let's just tell her that the healer said one of your friends with like a little baby that you're really close with is going to eat Mexican today and she's going to have good luck. That's how basic this conversation.
It wasn't that basic because Fish goes into detail. He's like, he said you're even going to eat like guacamole and shit, and like this is your lucky day. And I'm sitting there listening to this voice note from Fish, and I'm like, one of our good friends Renee's there, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm literally sitting at Costa Taco right now eating guacamole and I'm having tacos. And he's saying that, and weirdly, an hour before,
she goes, oh my God, you wouldn't even believe it. I'd never do this, but I was just at the pharmacy and I bought a lottery ticket and I cannot wait to get home to scratch this lottery ticket. Maybe it's my lucky day. And I'm thinking to Paul, oh my God, this chick actually fully believes this right now. And he's like, I'm going to keep going. I'm like, no, please stop. Like, please stop.
Like, how are we going to break it to her? That's not a lucky day.
I'm trying to find these voice recordings to see if I can play this because it's actually the funniest thing ever. Okay, I'm going to play these.
Can I preface with something?
What?
So I don't know if anyone's really going to believe me, but I literally said to my friend, do you reckon these fuckers looked at me on...
You said that later in the night after you had believed it.
Yeah, no, I know, because I was like, no, they wouldn't do that to me. So then I forgot that I said that because I was like, no, they wouldn't. No, as if they're on a holiday. They're too busy to look at me and find my fucking friends or whatever. I was like, oh, no, this is actually cute because they did go to the healer and blah, 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 blah. It wasn't until you played that. So play that audio.
Mate, our fucking healer was like, yeah, there's a couple that's close to you with a baby and I was like, oh, yeah, that's Ellidy. And they're like, yeah, just tell them to eat Mexican today. It's good luck. And I was like, what? Okay. And you're actually eating Mexican. Are you kidding? That's wild. No way,
Fuck you, Fish.
Apparently it's good luck today on this day.
And then Ellidy replies,
what the hell? That is so weird. I actually was at the chemist before and I was I actually decided, I'm feeling a bit lucky. I might buy a scratchy today. When I was at the counter, they sell scratchies at this one in Palmy, and I randomly, which I never buy scratchies, I bought a scratchy. So maybe it's my lucky day. I'm going to go home and scratch the scratchy. Let's see what happens. What the fuck? That's so weird. I'm shook.
I'm shook that you believed this. Wait, and there's one more.
Fuck, that's wild. Yeah, scratch away, sis. This could be your lucky day, actually. It was actually mentioning avocados too there with the Mexican, so I was just thinking, fuck, hopefully she had some guacamole. Keep the fucking lucky train running, sister.
Oi,
And then Ellidy writes, I'm so excited to go scratch the scratchy, lol. And then Paul sent a photo of him holding up the Mexican menu at a Mexican restaurant. But oh my God.
That was so funny. I wish I got the moment where I caught you guys out, and I wish I did that on voice note so that we could play it, because we were talking the next day and I must have been off. Maybe the scratchy didn't do well, or I was just a bit like I was off my high horse. So the next day we happened to be FaceTiming and I go, Oh, so about that healer yesterday, and they were like, oh, yeah, and both their faces, I go, do you, like, I don't know, randomly this thought just hit me again. And I was like, I wonder if you guys just went on, find my iPhone, figured out where I was, and then decided Mexican was going to be like a healing vibe for me that day. And they just could not, they wanted to hold it together, but they couldn't. But I said it being like, I'm such a jerk. They actually were giving me healing, and I'm like, I'm shutting you down.
No,
I was like, I bet you just did that. And then they started laughing their heads off, and I was like, oh, okay, fuck, I got so conned. It was so funny.
That's so heavy. Anyway, so that was my Ellidy's healing experience.
I've never won anything on scratchies. Have you?
No. It's
You
not.
haven't? You're very lucky, I feel like. You always
Out
win
with the non-winning scratchies, people.
Out with scratchies and lottery tickets and what are those machines? Not that
Pokies.
and I've never know how to do them anyway, but they never work.
Yeah.
Really.
Out with them this year.
Out with all that shit. Out with gambling this year, I think.